Hi friends, happy Sunday. I thought this morning, maybe I'll do this tomorrow. I thought this morning it would be so fun to have music playing during this welcoming people in the doors time when we wait for people to join. I think I'm gonna ask Brady to DJ tomorrow. Wouldn't that be fun? We can just all listen to some good music while we wait. Hi, good morning. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday so far. I did not tell my kids I was doing this. They're watching a show, so they might come in. Happy Sunday. I know many of you are going to watch this on recording because the Sunday of launch week is always weird because it's right smack in the middle of church time. But I would love to invite you to join me at church today. We have been watching Passion City with Louis Giglio, which is based in Atlanta and DC. And, oh, nope. Mm-mm. Hey, Caroline, go get dressed. Please. I know, tell them to go get dressed too, okay? Careful with that door. Okay, Mommy's doing a video. I'll be right back. Okay, you can. I told you. Go ask Daddy. Okay. This is live. Okay, so today, Louis Giglio, Passion City. So they have services at, right now, and they have one at 1 and 5, and then I can't remember what the other one is. But anyway, if you go check them out, it's been really, really great. We are watching their online service, and my whole family has really enjoyed it. They also offer a kids YouTube situation. So last weekend I set my kids up in my bedroom while they watched the kids version. Well, the twins did, and then Brady sat with Brian and I while we watched the grown-up version. Yay! Okay, so today we are going to talk about how to become a planner person. This was a topic we chose long before this whole thing started. And basically what this means is we get this question all the time. How do I become a planner person? I want to use a planner. I want to get organized. I want to, be proactive in my life rather than reactive, but how do I do it? And the answer is what we're going to talk about today. We are also going to cover, last Friday I did an Instagram Live, and Instagram Live works different than Facebook Live. Instagram Live only lives for 24 hours. Facebook Lives you can save forever. The Instagram Live disappeared, and so if you missed how to set up your Simplified Teacher Planner, it's gone. So we're going to cover it today. So first half, we're going to talk about becoming a planner person. Second half, we're going to talk about how to set up your Simplified Teacher Planner for homeschooling. And then at the end, we have a couple little things we're going to do. First and foremost, as you're joining, there is a note-taking printable that the link is in... it's in the event description, but somebody can pop that link in here. That'd be awesome. You can go and download that note-taking printable. It's so cute. It looks like this. It has space for you to take notes today. And then just a couple of questions here at the bottom that we're going to go over together. And just a sweet little quote that I'm going to share with you guys a little bit later. Also, if you are not on our email list, today's printable that you're going to get is so good. So make sure you're on it. It goes out midday today, and I'll show it to you when we get there. Okie dokie. Oh, and if you have questions at all, please go ahead and put them in the comments, and my team is gathering them, and they're going to text them to me, and I'll see it on my computer. Oh, and yes, yesterday's Instagram Live was with my mom, Nana, and she was a teacher for 38 years and raised 2 kids and worked full time and is just awesome. And she shared so many good tips. So go and watch that before it expires, before it goes away. It's on the Simplified account over on Instagram. I also have a really beautiful printable that Whitney and Jessa put together for you guys. It's brand new. I haven't even had time to print it out yet, but I'll tell you about it. It's in the free printable library if you want to go peek at it, but it's really beautiful. You know what? I'm going to print it out. I'm just going to print it out right now while I'm sitting here because I can. Hold on, let me see if I can get to it. So this printable it says the work you do matters. And it has, okay, it's printing. It has the beautiful florals from our pineapple crest cover all around the words. It's so pretty. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Whitney and Jessa made a 5x7 print. So you can print this out, cut it out, and put it near you, no matter what work you're doing this week. And then there's also a folded note card. So if you wanted to send a note card to someone who's working in the healthcare field, who's suddenly homeschooling, who's working late nights at a store somewhere, whatever it is, if you just want to send some love to someone, we made you oh my gosh, do I hear my kids? All right. Okay, this is a terrible printout. This is not the printable. This is the graphic we're going to share later, but I had it on my desktop, so I just went ahead and printed it out. But this is what it looks like. Hold on one second. I need to get Mr. Brian Lay to come and help with this, kiddos. This is live. Does anyone else feel like this is live this week? Okay, one second, please hold. Y'all can all just laugh because this is live right now. Brian Lay, where's your message? Okay. Get the kids to be quieter, please. Oh my gosh, you guys, what is this live right now? Okay, so this is what is in our free printable library. It is absolutely beautiful. It does not include the frame. This is a graphic we are going to share later. At a certain point during this live, I may have to walk into the kitchen to tell my kids to bring it down a notch. Oh no, I hear Brian. He's on it. All right, we good. Here we go. Becoming a planner person. So this is a question I get a lot. And we talked to my mom about this yesterday when we were doing our Instagram live, because my mom always tells a story that someone said to her when I was a little girl, why do you help Emily clean her room? Like, why do you help her? Why don't you make her do it? It should be her responsibility. And the story is that the story she told her is Emily wasn't born knowing how to clean her room. Nobody is. Emily wasn't born knowing how to organize. You have to teach her. It's a taught skill. It's a learned skill. So in order to become a planner person, you have to learn how to do it. Now, what is a planner person, right? This is a phrase we hear a lot. We didn't really come up with it. It's just stuff people say to us all the time. Like, I want to be a planner person. How do I become one? Well, what is a planner person? It's someone who is proactive about life rather than reactive. So you can easily go through life being very reactive to things happening around you. And that's when life feels like it's happening to you, right? Or you can be proactive about life and put structure and rhythm and routine in place in a fluid way, flexible way, so that life doesn't happen to you, life happens around you. Does that make sense? So a planner person is not someone who's obsessive about having rigorous structure. It's not a person who is can't go with the flow or is obsessively organized. That might be true about some people, but being a planner person basically just means that you are committed to putting some structure in place in your life as best as you can, right? It's easier for some people than others because we're all just wired a little differently. But I can tell you that there are people on my team who have said, Jessa, this is for you, honey. Jessa says all the time, she's like, I was not born a planner person. Like, I'm just not. But over the years of working with us and, following along with Simplified even before that, she says that she's become that way. But it's a learned skill. So now I want to take this a step further and say, what is the difference between being a planner person? Because there's tons of planners out there in the world, right? Beautiful ones. But what's the difference between being a planner person, a person who uses a planner, versus being a simplified planner person, right? Now that's different. And I will stand on this soapbox forever that the day that I own a planner company is the day I don't want to do this anymore. We don't do this just to make pretty planners, pretty agendas. We do this because we believe in transformation. We believe in fresh starts, even in the middle of impossible circumstances. Right now. My kids are really quiet. I think Brian really came out here and handled that. So a simplified planner person is different than just being a planner person. And that's because the focus is not on managing your calendar. We're not putting the focus on make sure you schedule out your day to the 5-minute increment in your planner. That's not what we're all about. We are all about focusing on simplicity, on looking at every complicated situation in your life and saying, how can I make this easier? How can I make this simpler? It is my lot in life to do that. My whole team will tell you that I'm always saying okay, how can we simplify this? How can we make this easier? How can we work smarter, not harder, right? And that's how we want you to approach life. How can I take this impossible or this hard or this complex situation and make it easier? I am losing sleep over where we are as a world right now. Over even just in the walls of my house. Isn't there a way to simplify this? Yes, my kids start e-learning tomorrow. I have launch week. Brady has 3 Zoom calls. I have 2 lives I have to do. I have 2 kids who are 5 who really aren't sure what's going on. And Brian has to go to work. So how do I take tomorrow and make it easier? First of all, we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to do the right things, not all the things, okay? That's what we're going to do. That's how I'm going to simplify it. We're going to do the right things, the things we need to do. We're not going to do all the things, right? So I am not going to make a big fancy meal tomorrow night. Not that I ever do, but tomorrow night we are probably going to do, I haven't made my meal plan yet, but we're probably going to do something super easy like soup and grilled cheese. I've been craving that lately, so this might be what we do. Again, we're going to do the right things, not all the things, okay? I recently read a book that I wanted to share with you. I read it a couple of months ago, and it spoke to me in such a way that I required my whole team to read it. It's called Essentialism, and it's by a man named Greg McKeown. I don't know how to say his last name. It's Mckeown. It's all about the pursuit of less but better. And I ate it up. One of the most influential books in my entire life was The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. I read it when I was first getting started in my corporate career, and it made me immediately have a problem with corporate anything, because I just kept looking at the way things were done in a corporate setting and saying, why do we have to do it this way? There's such an easier way to do this. There's such a more effective way to do this. And Essentialism spoke to me in the same way. I would categorize it as top 5 best books I've ever read. And I'm not a big nonfiction reader, but somehow somebody mentioned this book to me and I ended up buying it, and I started reading it, and I literally could not put it down. I have the audio version too, and I will tell you I don't love the audio version as much. I love the book a lot. It is all about the pursuit of less but better. And I think as a simplified planner person, that's what we should be thinking of. No matter where we are in life, no matter what our financial situation is, no matter what we're dealing with, how many kids we have or don't have, the pursuit of less but better is what simplicity is all about. Can we get rid of the excess so that we can manage and organize what's left, what really matters, the best, favorite, necessary, right? And no matter what it is you're dealing with, there is a best, favorite, necessary. My mom said yesterday on our live, you can't organize a room full of stuff. You just can't. You have to go in and declutter first. And so when I talk about being a simplified planner person, the reason that our planners have prep work in the beginning, the reason that we send you monthly coaching from me, is because it's not about putting all your stuff in this planner. It's not about taking where you are right now, which is, if you're looking for a fresh start, where you are right now is different than where you want to be. You can't take this right here and just put it in a new planner and expect anything to change. You have to take this right here and deal with it, and then put it in your planner And that's when you see transformation. That's why we aren't just a planner company. Never will be. That's why the prep work in the beginning of the Simplified Planner is so very important. That's why we offer tools like the Simplicity Challenge. We have 3 additional Simplicity Challenges this year, by the way. 3 on top of the one we did in January. In your prep work in the beginning, you have preparing for a new year, ideas for new routines, the Simplicity Challenge, my yearly bucket list, what worked last year, what didn't work. These things are so important to think through before you put anything in your planner, right? I always share this story about, like if you have, let's say you have a closet, it's my shoes story. I know y'all have heard the flip-flop story. If you are looking at your closet and you have 17 pairs of flip-flops, a common occurrence for a Floridian, right? If you have 17 pairs of flip-flops and you think, I am going to go to the store and I am going to get the perfect shoe organizer to put in my closet so that I can take an Instagram picture and post it to show everyone how organized I am. And then you go and you get it and you put all your shoes on it and they're all stacked up nice and neat and they're great. And then the next day, what do you have? You have a giant mess again. Why? Not because you didn't buy the right organizer, because you have 17 pairs of flip-flops, right? So if you are attempting to use a planner and you find that you're failing at it, it's either because you have a lack of routine, meaning you have to put this in a place where you're going to use it every single day and you have to commit to it, or you're trying to organize mess in here, right? Nobody's life is perfect. I don't use my planner perfectly. But if you're trying to take a life that's super, super overflowing and messy and put it into a planner and you want that planner to fix the mess for you, it won't do it at all. You have to deal with it and then use your planner to do that. Okay, hold on. I just saw a question that I thought was really good and I wanted to read it. Can you give some examples from your life or your team's life? It's going so quickly. Hold on. On routines to incorporate working out and other health routines. Okay, I thought that was what you were asking. I am struggling with this right now because we have a lot going on, obviously, and I really love working out. It helps my anxiety a lot. It makes me have a lot of energy, and I have not found the time to do it with all that we're doing, and so I'm just not until after Wednesday. I may try to get to it today, but I may not. Again, do the right things. Don't do all the things. Right now, that's a ball I have to drop. Wednesday, when launch is over, like Thursday, Friday, I'll probably get back to it then. It's important to me, but right now I have a job I have to do, and I have kids I have to take care of, and mouths I have to feed, and that's more important. So yeah. All that being said, I really want to work out today, so we'll see. Okay, I want to talk to you about excuses. So someone says, like, I'm just not organized. I just can't do it. I'm just not an organized person. You have the power of choice. Maybe a lot less right now than usual, but you have the power of choice. Being organized may not be an innate skill for you, but neither is riding a bike or cooking or accounting, right? You have to learn how to do it. We have a video library with over 100 videos for you to watch. If you are looking for something to do right now, go watch these videos that date back years of me teaching this content and helping you along the way overcome the obstacles of, but I use iCal and I don't know, like I want to use a planner, but I don't know how to do both. Got a video for that because that's what I do. I want to use, I want to color code because that speaks to me and that's like the way my brain works, but I don't know how to do it. Do I use stickers or use pens? Video for that. Go check out the video library. I think it's super helpful. You have to decide to become a planner person, right? It's like deciding you're going to be a runner. I've tried to do this multiple times. My heart's not in it though. You have to decide, I'm going to be a runner. I'm going to be a runner. And what are you going to do? You're going to be disciplined about doing it, about learning it, about going and running every single day, about eating right. You have to decide you're going to do it and put it into action. Another excuse I always hear, I always forget to use my planner, right? Well, you have to commit. You have to commit yourself wholly to one system, whatever that is. That might be a hybrid like I do between iCal because my whole team's remote, or, the iCal and then a planner. Maybe it looks like keeping every single thing in one planner. Maybe that looks like having meal planning in a weekly planner and regular planning in a daily. I also do that. Whatever that system is, commit to it and make it part of your routine. It will feel foreign at first. It will feel like this is hard, this is weird. Like I had to set myself a reminder on my phone to make sure I look at my planner every morning. It will feel weird at first, but the more you do it, it becomes habit and it becomes muscle memory. Being intentional. Yes, Christy, I love that. It's so true. Someone said running is definitely not in my plans. Same here. Okay, another excuse, last one that I hear. I have too much going on to manage. This is why we suggest the Simplified planner over any other planner. This is why I believe this is the best planner out there, because any planners don't work for me. They don't. I tried. That's where this came from. I went to Target, I went to Walmart, I went to all the places back in 2011, and somebody's printing something behind me. It scared me. And those planners didn't work for me. They had so many boxes to check and things to fill out, and they weren't simplified. I needed something that was going to help me make a change, was going to help me manage my life, not just give me a place to dump all my mess. I didn't need that. I needed something that was going to help me be intentional. This is a planner with a focus on simplicity, and that's what it helps you do. You simplify first. Y'all write this down. This is good. Simplify first, plan second, execute third. So if you are staring at tomorrow and thinking, okay, I am about to start e-learning, homeschooling, all of that. I have to work. I have to cook meals. I don't know how I'm going to do it all. First thing you need to do is simplify. Second thing you need to do is plan, make a plan. Third thing you do, you make it happen. You do it. Commit yourself to it, and you actually do it. Today, I'm going to make a meal plan for the week. I'm going to order groceries, thank you, shipped. I'm going to get our house picked up and back to square one like we always do on Sundays. I am going to lay out my clothes for tomorrow, get the kids' clothes laid out for the week. And so I'm gonna plan for what the week is gonna look like. Now, where do I begin? If you are like, I want to start, where do I begin? Obviously, I'm going to tell you, get a Simplified planner because it will help you. Also, Simplicity Challenge. You can download our Simplicity Challenge, and it's 1 step a day for 30 days. Each task takes 15 minutes or less and costs exactly, most of them, I think all of them, $0. I think they're all $0. Also, A Simplified Life is a book I wrote all about the tactics of organizing and planning, and it is available on Amazon for $9 right now. That's 55% off. Okay. So, I want to switch gears quickly. Hey, Dusty, can you go ahead and send me questions for this content? If anybody has questions, you can go ahead and, day pajamas and night pajamas. I can go ahead and answer those questions and then move quickly into, what time is it? Oh, we're doing good. Move quickly into the teacher planner. I'm gonna switch planners really quick. We have teacher planners, the 2019-20 editions. They run all the way through July 31st of this year. They're available for $10. That is less than it cost us to make them, but we had some extras, and so we marked them way down to help you guys out if you are suddenly homeschooling. Thanks, Dusty. Okay. Oh, these questions are good. How much time is too much time spent on planning? How does one walk the line between living life and planning life? Wow, I have never been asked that question, and I have an answer. Can y'all tell I'm passionate about this? I hear that a lot. I've not gotten that question before, but I see it a lot in our users sometimes. I'm tagged in pictures of planners where I'm like, that's beautiful, and that must have taken you 3 hours to make that page look like that. If that's your jam, like you love to scrapbook your planner, put stickers all over it, and do all the things, like you do it. If that helps you get from point A to point B, by all means, keep going. If you find that you are spending too much time planning, you're overthinking it. You got to simplify it. Always look at life and say, can I make this easier? Can I make this simpler and more effective? You don't want to simplify things to the point of them losing value, but you want to simplify things to the point of like smarter, not harder, right? So if you are spending too much time planning, give yourself a breath and say, okay, what am I actually doing in this time? If it's taking me an hour, look, actually, let's say if it's taking me 3 hours to plan my week out, what are you actually doing in those 3 hours? Are you also scrolling on social media to see what other people are doing? Are you spending time searching through tons of cookbooks for recipe ideas? You need a go-to meals list to make that easier. Are you having to go and ask different family members what they have going on during the week? Let's simplify that. Let's have everybody come to the table for 5 minutes and share what they're doing. Are you, scrapbooking your planner because you think you have to because other people that you follow do? Don't do that. Y'all, I love stickers and all that, and I use them sometimes, but most of my days, my planner looks like a giant mess. Any planner you see me share on Instagram is not mine. It is somebody else's. It is a mocked up version for privacy reasons, obviously, but also because those pictures are inspiring. And they give us ideas of things, ways to plan and different ways to plan and that sort of thing. But don't think you have to make your planner something that is Instagram worthy. So if you're spending a lot of time planning, let's dissect that. Like, what does that look like for you? What are you actually doing during that time? Okay. You mentioned yesterday casually that one of your kiddos' daily jobs is vacuuming under the bar stools. Yeah. Can you share what the tasks are that you have for your kids to help with? Yeah. So our kids have chores every day. We didn't really have like a good system in place for chores before this whole thing happened. And one of the ways that I decided, like, how can I work smarter, not harder, be effective, teach my kids some good things, and allow them to take part in all the stuff that we are doing right now. And what we decided is I took a piece of paper, I folded it in thirds, I took a Sharpie, and I wrote Brady, Tyler, Caroline. And then I started thinking about things I do every day that I would like to hand off, that they're fully, appropriately capable of doing. Brady's job, they each have to make their bed and get dressed and pick up their floor in their room every day. Brady has to water our tangerine plant, something I was always forgetting to do. And since he started, it's been blossoming. We have a tangerine tree. It's the only plant I have. But Brady waters the tangerine tree every morning. Brady gets the water bottles out. We started using our school water bottles instead of cups every day because it was just so many cups and like juice boxes. And so he gets the water bottles out, puts ice in them. I run them through the dishwasher every night. He gets them out, ice, water, and then we use Mio. It's like a little flavoring thing, and he puts a little bit of that in it. He gets those ready. One of his jobs is to come to Mom and say, Mom, what's for dinner? And that I do that because I always forget to like lay the chicken out if we have to thaw it. And when he asks me, I'll say, oh, well, we're going to have barbecue chicken, green beans, and rice. And then that will make me go, oh, we need to lay the chicken out. So I'll go get the chicken and lay it out. Tyler is responsible for vacuuming we have a little handheld, it's a Shark vacuum, and he vacuums under the bar stools where breakfast crumbs are. Tyler also, he knows to push the bar stools back in. Caroline wipes the countertops and just goes and picks up the living room because when they wake up, they go and watch TV. And so she just kind of puts it back together. And it is really helpful. I'm forgetting some chores. They have a few more. Oh, Caroline gets the mail too. Tyler has another one, but I can't remember. Oh, Tyler plugs in all the iPads. So he takes the kids get iPad time at night, and he takes them and plugs them all back in so they're charged the next day. All of these things are things that I would be doing. I couldn't have passed them off to the twins maybe a year ago because they were too little. But now, like, they're 5. They are fully capable, and so that has been really, 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 really good. Okay, where do you start if you're not good with details? Where do you start if you're not good with details? Get good with details. Sorry, guys, let me give it to you straight. You could decide, like I decided a long time ago, I am not a cook. I am not good at it. I'm never going to be good at it. I don't like it. And guess what? If I keep telling myself that, I will eventually be right. I will never be a cook. I'm not going to be good at it. But if I tell myself, like, you are a fully capable human being, all you need to do is learn the basics. Go watch some videos. Go ask your mom about the things that you don't know. And then you will become that. Don't tell yourself you're not a detail person. Otherwise, you won't be. Tell yourself that you are and that you can become one. And then go watch some videos. We have a lot of them. As a teacher, I say that every day. Why are they making things more complicated than they need to? Yeah, I agree. Why are they making things more complicated than they need to? Do you write your daily routine in your planner? Yes. So in the front of your planner, you have a page that's about daily routines. It's morning routine. It's right here. Let's see if I can flip this around and show you. Morning routine and evening routine. So write those out. And the reason I have you do this here is because if you write those out there, you will, like I said, it'll be weird at first. Like, let me go to my planner and see what I'm supposed to do every morning. But eventually it will become second nature. Eventually it will become like, okay, I've done this, 7 times already. And like, now I know what I do every single morning. I take my vitamins, I put on the moisturizer on my face, whatever, to do that every single morning. And yes, self-fulfilling prophecy. I totally agree. Oh, and Gail, I love that. The power of yet. You aren't a detail person yet. You can be a detail person. By the way, fake it till you make it was my motto for many years. It still feels like my motto sometimes. Fake it till you make it. With cooking, y'all, it's hard for me, but I am really becoming better at it. It's just not my favorite thing to do, but again, I will become a better cook, right? Okay, that concludes our portion on how to become a planner person. I hope that was helpful. Now we are going to quickly shift gears into setting up your simplified teacher planner. I did a Instagram live the other day that didn't save because it was Instagram. That's how it works. So we are going to dive in. If you don't have one yet, if you need one, they are $10 on our website. You can go and grab one. If you are homeschooling right now, my heart goes out to you. We are too. The best advice I've ever gotten was don't try to replace your kid's teacher. It's pointless. They are trained professionals in what they do. Be their mom. Be their mom. Help them through this time. Help them learn by living. I love that phrase. Like, get them in the kitchen to cook with you. Go outside, look at leaves and bugs, and we have magnifying glasses sometimes. We'll go outside and just find bugs in the yard and we'll look at them. Learn by living. If it gets to be too much, reach out to your kid's teacher and tell them. My kids have 3 fantastic teachers this year, and they have all said, if this becomes too much, reach out. Like, we're here with you. We're figuring this out as well. Okay, here's your simplified teacher planner. Here is how to get it set up. Let me just show you. So this is going to be hard to do. Let me do it this way. This looks a little bit different than the new one. The new one that starts this August will launch on Wednesday, and it does look different than this, just a heads up. So it has stickers, yay, fun stickers in here that are all going to be, some of them won't be applicable as a homeschooling mom, some of them will. It just depends on how you're doing things. This is my actual teacher planner, so you'll see some writing in it. I have not done the front work yet, I just have not had time, but I do plan to. In the front, fill out these pages. Have fun with this too. Did you ever intend to be a homeschool mom? Probably not, but just have fun with it, right? Set up your classroom, whatever space you're using, make it cute. Like, we have some balloons we just kind of hung up, and they're in our kitchen. Grab a cup, put some pencils in it, bring the crayons in, bring whatever art supplies you have and put them on the table. Cut a piece of paper and write your kid's name on it. Give them a little name tag. I think that kind of thing, like, it's going to make our kids feel a little bit more like, oh, this is going to be fun. Like, this is fun. So about me, looking back, looking ahead, the looking ahead page is really helpful. Ideas for routines, things I'd like to do with my class this year. I want to do memory verses with my kids. It's something I've never done with them. And now that I have this strange opportunity, I want to do it. Weekly routines, this is super helpful. And then daily routines. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. My friend Jane sent me a picture of her, this page in her teacher planner yesterday. And she has 2 kids in the same grade as my kids, same school. And she wrote down, like, our 3rd graders have certain times of the day It changes day to day, that they have to be on Zoom. And so she wrote those down here. I'm going to do the same before school and after school. Oh, someone said, will there be plenty if I order on launch day? Yes, I think so. That's my best guess. Student info, I would use this to put passwords and usernames for all of those things that that your school probably sent out to you that are like free right now. Values and procedures, core values, that's fun to do. I love this page, education inspiration. Use this space, you can record quotes or ideas or whatever, you want your space and your time with your kids doing this to feel like, let's see, over here, substitute info may not be appropriate. Anybody want to substitute? Just kidding. Okay, student checklist. I have a picture on my Instagram feed that is really beautiful and helpful where an actual homeschool mom filled this out with, she did like her kids' names across the top and then all the things like life lessons that she wanted them to kind of master. And I did this with my kids last summer. And I pulled this out yesterday to read to everybody. Last summer, I was like, okay, you guys are 4.5. This is just about the twins. 4.5, and you're almost to that independent place where like our life is about to get a whole lot easier. And so I sat down with them, and every week we would tackle a different life lesson. Things that I was just like, I need you to learn how to do this. Tying your shoes, we've not mastered that. Washing dishes, making your bed. You don't just pull your comforter up and call it a made bed. You have to pull the sheet up and then the blanket and then the comforter. But they have to be taught that and they have to practice it. And so we did that. Buttoning buttons. I mean, we spent a whole hour just working on like, here's how you button your buttons on your shirt or your pants. Brushing your teeth. They have Sonicare kids toothbrushes. And so I taught, like, they have an app and I taught them like, this is how you actually brush your teeth. Yes, I still help them, but it like clicked. Cleaning your rooms. This is what your room should look like when I tell you to go clean it. Unloading a dishwasher, making a sandwich, brushing your hair, and practicing table manners. Those are just some fun things we did. So you can do things like that here if you want. Or if you have things every day you want your kids to do, like reading, art project, picking up their room, whatever. There's a bunch of those pages. Then we get into the calendar section. This is the daily overview that's really good if you want to break down your day, your daily routine. And then you have a bunch of notes pages. And then obviously some of this is past, but you're going to flip over to March or April. This is my page from last week. I've not done this week's page yet. And what I did is I wrote, so there's 6 spaces at the top. Oh, there we go. There's 6 spaces at the top that are blank. And then you have the days of this is so hard to hold like this. You have the days of the week down the side. And what I did was I put up here the verse that we were going to talk about. This was for pretend homeschooling last week, by the way. This was not what our school told us to do. This was just me trying to get us into this rhythm. Learning, like what we were going to learn about and talk about. Something creative and fun we were going to do. And then over here, I did breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just because I needed to keep everything in one place. And then on this side, on the notes section, I just wrote down some things that we could do if and when we hit that point where we were like, we have 2 hours until dinner time and everybody's bored, and what do we do? Coloring sheets, word search, ABC Mouse, bounce house, we have a little bounce house, swim, bubbles, treasure walk, audible kids, pen pals, writing to pen pals, color by number, perler beads, Play-Doh, movies and popcorn, flashcards, go fish, make bracelets, puzzles, and bake bread. I've still yet to bake bread, but that was one of the things I wanted to do. Now, I've also heard of people doing across the top. My friend Jane is doing it this way. 9 to 10 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock, 11 to 12 o'clock. Then this is like lunch. And then you do 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Like what we're doing during those times. She used a different colored pen for her 2 kids. So that like, okay, 9 to 10, my oldest child is going to do this, and my youngest is going to do this. And then I also saw somebody else did kids across the top. I think this person had 3 kids, and it was like what they're going to do on this particular day. And then over here they did breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. Someone said, can you post how you pick what verses you're teaching the kids each day? Yes. So here's what I did. I just Googled great memory verses for kids. And there was some, I obviously wanted to do Isaiah 41:10. That was the first one we started with. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. We talked about that one last week. Brady was able to memorize it. It was a little harder for the twins, but just Google it and you'll see things come up and you can just pull what's applicable to you. Busy toddler, yes. Busy toddler on Instagram will change your life no matter how old your kids are. My 9-year-old loves doing her activities. They're super fun. I also took, we have a little rolly cart, kind of like this. You can get them on Amazon. You smell a rolly cart? I have one in here that I use for product. But I have another one that is in my kitchen right now. And I just put all of our, all those things I just read you, puzzles, perler beads, bracelet making stuff, art supplies. I put it all on my little cart and it's all in there right now. Someone said the paper, oh, hey friend, the paper is so good. It really is. It's Mohawk. Okay, let me go ahead and answer your questions about this. I'm so glad we were able to squeeze this in. This is something that I wanted to be able to save somewhere, so this is great. And I just saw Sophie said, my mom about boredom when I was a child. I let you be bored. I had to work and you knew. Yes, you knew what I was doing. Okay, amen. So my mom always says, let your kids be bored. It's okay. If they come to you and they're bored, say, that's okay. Go find something to do. You do not have to entertain your child 100% of the time. In fact, I think it's so helpful to let your kids go be bored. Figure out something to do. When I do that with my kids, they end up making forts in the living room. They end up cutting up pieces of paper and gluing them together into crazy animals. Like Caroline the other day, she was bored, so she set up school in the kitchen at our table with her little animals. And that was independent, creative play that is more valuable, I think, than anything. Yeah, I think that's such a great point. Let's see. Yes, I'll save this video. Don't worry. I credit my brother and me being besties to boredom, Lindsay. That's awesome. I have seen over the past couple of days my kids play together happily a lot more than ever before. And my kids are 4 years apart. So the twins are 5 and Brady's 9. And that's a big age gap, especially at this age. But they have been playing so well. I mean, yeah, there's there's fights and we have to fix all that. But it's just been really cool to see that happen out of boredom, right? Okay. Did I get all the questions? I just want to make sure I got all of your questions before I move on. Like I said, today's printable is really, the printable that I just showed you is in our free printable library, but today's printable is really cool. And let me show you what it is. We are sending you this beautiful printable that Whit designed, and it is a 12-page printable. It is a monthly to-do list going all year, January through December. It's not dated or anything. January, February, they're all really pretty heavy stripe colors, but it just has top goals and then your to-do list at the bottom. And we just thought it was really fun if you want to practice becoming a planner person and don't yet have a planner. Okay. Oh yeah, I also do quiet time with my kids. Someone mentioned that. Quiet time at our house is mandatory. Not on the weekends, but during the week, from 1 o'clock to 2:30. I tried to make it 3, but that didn't work. 1 o'clock to 2:30, they have to go to their rooms independently. They can do whatever they want in their rooms, no screens, as long as they are quiet and as long as they don't come out. So you can play Legos, you can draw, you can read a book, you can take a nap if you want. Caroline goes upstairs, puts on her sequin sleep mask from Target. People always ask me when I tell this story where it's from. And then the boys go in, they just play Legos on their own, and an hour and a half. And they know what I'm doing during that hour and a half. I'm doing work. It's healthy for your kids to know that you're doing work if you are. That, don't feel bad about that. Don't have any mommy guilt about that. Yeah, Brittany said, don't forget the printable is only available in our email today. You can't get it anywhere else. You have to be on the email list. So make sure you signed up. The printables in our library, our free printable library right now, you can get the swatch cards. You can get the shopping list if you want to make a shopping list for launch day. and you can get the note-taking printables, but none of the printables, the exclusive ones, are only going to our email list. I also wanted to remind you guys that you can text Simplified to 29071 and join our text group. Whatever, it's not a group text. Join our text community. And that is where my team and I will send you text messages just randomly, occasionally, it's not a ton, just to say hi, to let you know about things that are happening, to give you exclusive sneak peeks of things, but text Simplified to 29071 to sign up for that. Now, I have a quote for you, okay? And I've been doing this every day. I wanted to share with you just a nugget of wisdom from someone who is not me. And it's just something that I am, inspired by. And so here it is. Make time for planning. Wars are won in the general's tent. Stephen Covey. Make time for planning. Wars are won in the general's tent. How great is that? I just love it. The printable for the note-taking will have some questions for you to think through as well. Those questions are: what holds you back from the daily practice of planning? What is your intention for your planner? To manage and simplify what? Name one thing you will do to help create a daily practice of planning. So go and grab that note-taking printable if you haven't already done that. Oh, I love that y'all are loving the text. That's awesome. Okay, I have a couple of announcements. Be sure that you've taken the quiz to find out which Signature Simplified Planner cover is right for you. Also, you can get the link to that on our website. Also, don't forget to enter our launch day celebration kit. You can win a $100 gift card to Simplified, a Simplified Sisterhood t-shirt that we are all going to be wearing on launch day remotely, happy floral paper plates, happy striped napkins for your own launch party, a rainbow tumbler that is custom made, and an Apple Watch Series 5 so that you know exactly when. It's 10 a.m. Eastern Time next Wednesday. Yay! Okay, I think I got to all the things I was supposed to tell you. Oh, giveaway. So we have been watching your comments, and Taylor has chosen someone to win a planner. So if I call your name, email taylor@emilylay.com by noon today with your choice of whatever Simplified planner you would like from our newest collection. I'm going to show them to you really quickly. Gold bee. These are dailies. Gold bee. Pink pinstripe. Happy floral. Pineapple crest. Happy stripe. This is weekly. And blue trellis. Those you can choose from weekly or daily. And your name, Renee Ashton, is our winner. So Renee, shoot us an email, taylor@emilylay.com, and she will go and send it to you. Yay! Okay, how do you enter for that? For that giveaway, we were just choosing from comments. If you want to enter to win the Launch Day Celebration Kit, you can do that on our website. All right, before we close out here, I have just a little benediction that I would like to read for you. This is noon Eastern time. Yes, everything we do is Eastern time. I also would like to read just a little benediction that I wrote. This is something I've been doing that I just really love. It helps us close these things out in a really beautiful way for you to kind of go on your day with a little bit of hope. And then at the end, we are going to pray. We have had so many people join us to pray at the end of these, and I would love for you to join. I'm also going to be watching Passion City Church at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today with my family, if you want to join us there too. Okay, so I would love for you guys to just close your eyes. You don't need to comment or do anything. Just close your eyes and give yourself the gift of this time, okay? I challenge you to move forward with discernment, with the bravery to see the treasures in your life and to see the excess both clearly. I challenge you to actively decide that today is the day, regardless of circumstances, that you stop dreaming and start planning. that you give yourself permission to plan for what you want in your life. You get to decide. You get to choose. You get to be the one to make the plan. Does planning require effort? Absolutely. But if you do it today and tomorrow and again on the next day and so on, it will eventually become habit, like second nature. And the good news is we are here to cheer you on. All right. You guys ready to pray? You're going to hear my kids in the background because they're loud again. All right, guys. If you have a prayer request, I ask that you just think of it right now. I have a couple, and I'm just going to hold some space in the middle of our prayer for us to lift those up together. I'm glad y'all are here. I am grateful that this launch week has been we were nervous about how to do it, but it's been a really bright spot in the middle of all this craziness. So thank you for being so sweet and supportive. Okay, here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful that you are in control. Lord, you brought the sun up again today, and we know because of that you haven't forgotten us, that you have a plan in all of this, Lord. We pray for all of those who are on the front lines fighting this crazy virus. We pray for those who are in desperate need of equipment, of masks. We pray for all of the people in leadership who are working hard to protect us, to protect them, to get our country back to normal. Lord, I want to lift up all of the small businesses, their employees who have been laid off, the owners who are stressed and trying to figure out how to survive. I want to lift each of those up, Lord, and pray that you would just put your blessing on them, help them find new ways to produce revenue, help them find ways to connect with their communities and their customers that will help them continue to thrive. Lord, I pray for anyone who's without work right now, that you would show them options, that you would put doors in their path that can be open to a better future. God, I thank you for all of our sisters here at Simplified. I want to ask that you just be there with each of the women who are watching this right now, whether it's live or via recording. I ask that you would just be with each woman. And I want to hold a little space right here, Lord, in a little silence so that any prayer requests that are on the hearts of the women watching this can just be lifted up. God, we thank you for bringing us together. We thank you for the freedom and the opportunity to pray on the internet. We thank you, God, that we're able to still connect with each other, to support each other in our missions as wives, as working women, as moms, as students, as grandmothers. We just thank you for this community that you have built, God. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys have a really great day. I will be on Instagram Live today at 2 to answer any questions that you have at all. I know a lot of people are asking for pairings to see certain things together, and I'll make sure to do the live from right here so that I can do that with you this afternoon. Okay? We'll see you then. Bye.